Three big questions at wide receiver right now on Fantasy Football Today in 5. All right, here we go. What's up? It's Dave and Adam on Sunday night for FFT in 5. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. Help our show grow. Tell your friends. First question, it's got to start at the top, Dave, with Cooper Kupp. Is he still your number one wide receiver given the Matthew Stafford elbow injury?
Still the number one wide receiver, even with Stafford having an abnormal elbow injury. Stafford was starting to participate in more team drills over the weekend. It sounds like he's going to be okay. Might just need to manage it. Listen, he's an older quarterback in the league. He's got something that's probably going to bother him a little bit over the course of the season. If we thought there was a chance that Stafford would miss time during the year, Justin Jefferson would be number one. I don't even know where Cooper Kupp would rank. He'd fall. But I think the Rams realize that Stafford is the key to their shot at repeating as Super Bowl champs. I don't think that's a shocking statement in the least. And Kupp would continue to benefit if Stafford's under center. I think the Rams will find a way unless something happens to Stafford in a game and he gets knocked around and hurts his arm.
Okay, second question here is about more injuries. But let's talk about some of the players that were injured in the offseason, injured at the start of camp maybe, but Chris Godwin obviously comes to mind. What are you looking at in terms of the wide receiver landscape with injuries right now?
You know, it actually looks pretty good. Godwin was on the PUP list until this past week. Michael Thomas was on the PUP list for a day. Marquise Brown was on the NFI list. He's since come off of that list. I think the one to worry about, I guess, as far as the premier wide receivers go, is still Godwin. I thought it was encouraging that he was back at camp, even though he was running on a brace. He was making cuts, looked okay. I think he's on pace to be ready to go week one. You can have concerns about just how much work he'll get because that Tampa Bay Buccaneers receiving core is suddenly quite deep. They added Julio Jones. Obviously, they added Russell Gage months ago. He's been having a good camp. Maybe the one to really worry about is Mike Evans. Sounds like he tweaked a hamstring. They say he's day-to-day. Hopefully he's fine. We've seen hamstring injuries bother him in the past. We can wait and see what happens. I'm particularly encouraged, however, by Thomas. He was on the PUP list for a day, came off of it, and started doing drills individually with his fellow receivers, did some 7-on-7 drills. More recently, has started doing team drills. Every report says he looks good. Every report says he's ditching coverage. That's the guy that we want to see. He's worked hard at it. I think he's someone that you could qualify as a top 15 wide receiver right now and currently ahead of Chris Godwin.
And the one injury that actually bothers me the most is Christian Watson, because this is just such an important time for a rookie wide receiver right now. He's missing all of it, and he might not even be the first rookie wide receiver drafted for the Green Bay Packers. So let's talk about our third big question here. And it's basically, what is your overall assessment of the rookie wide receivers this year?
It's fading a little bit. I was pretty excited about them on draft day, and I was excited again about them as a whole when training camp started. And some names have started to fade. For example, Garrett Wilson, my favorite prospect coming out, went to the Jets. All the talk in Jets camp has been that Zach Wilson hasn't been getting better as a passer, but that Elijah Moore has been making big plays, and he's clearly the number one wide receiver there. There's been a lot of great hype on Skye Moore. There's been a lot of great hype on Chris Olave. Drake London's made some plays. Traylon Burks has made some plays. I think people are gravitating toward who's going to get the most targets, not who's necessarily the flashiest player with the best quarterback. That's why Traylon Burks is number one for me among the rookie wide receivers. Drake London right behind him. Skye Moore's third. I think Skye Moore's got a chance to make a difference in a decent amount of games for Kansas City, and I think he'll end up earning quite a significant spot. And they've been using him as a running back, kind of giving him the Debo treatment a little bit. So everybody likes to take rookies at some point in the draft. Maybe there will be Olave might be one that kind of slides under the radar, but still an incredible talent. He has made some splash plays in camp too, along with Michael Thomas. He's somebody that I don't mind getting, but it's that type of receiver, one that kind of flies under the radar among the rookies, but you still know he's going to get playing time, that you can feel great about drafting at a huge value.
Thank you very much to Dave, Richard. Thank you all for watching and listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow with more wide receiver talk on Fantasy Football Today in 5.